Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth Cunningham. Today I am experimenting. I'm experimenting with this whole YouTube thing in general. I'm having a lot of fun, actually. I'm having a lot of fun and I'm also stressing myself out. But mostly I'm having a lot of fun. I've been wanting to start this YouTube channel for a while and I wanted to have this video be a little bit more of a chat style. I've done some videos that are more educational, and that's the flow that I want to have in this channel, is to have things be educational and then also to have things be of more like a heart-to-heart chat, and then to have some things that really just come from my soul, so to speak. Like, I just want to make videos that are just really me expressing something, and we'll see how that goes. And definitely let me know in the comments what types of videos that you really like, as well as I continue to grow and work on things. But today is a little bit more of a chat, and I thought that I would start with, if we were getting to know each other, which I've been making content for since 2019. So maybe some of you watching this video are like, yeah, Elizabeth, like, I've been following your content for 6 years now. But it's just like, great, awesome. I'm super glad that you're here. But maybe some of you are brand new or you've only known me for a little while. So I wanted to just have a chat. Like, we were sitting down having a cup of coffee and you asked me the question, tell me more about what you do. Like, describe more what you do. And so that's today. So, like, the general description of what I do is I'm a queer relationship coach. However, that's not all that I do. Also, you might have some questions like, what is a queer relationship coach? And I also want to address like the elephant in the room that's like, relationship coaches have a bad name sometimes, and I think that is actually warranted with some people on some level, because coaching is a highly unregulated industry, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to get into that right now, but my relationship coaching comes from degrees and training in coaching and experience. And so I have been told by colleagues, clients, people in my life that I am very well qualified to do this. I have degrees and certifications that tell me, I have people in my life that tell me that, so I think that it's true, right? But anyways, story for another time about like how I got here. Also, I've made videos about how I've gotten here, what led me to become a relationship coach. So that's also in my YouTube, and maybe I'll learn how to link it here when I edit this video. Wish me luck. So what I do is I'm a queer relationship coach, and I also have created a certification program called Love Mastery. So I now train relationship coaches as well. That program's been running for 3 years. So it's really cool because there isn't a program out there like it. There are other polyamorous relationship coaching programs, certifications, that I do know of. There's definitely LGBTQ plus relationship coaching certification or a life coaching certification, but no one has done a LGBTQIA plus non-monogamy or like different types of relationship structures plus a business academy with it. So I've actually created a program that is first of its kind, which is really cool. It feels very vulnerable for me to share that, because I don't want to come across like arrogant or cocky or like I'm trying to sell you something, but that is what I did, and that is what I'm doing. That is real. If we were sitting down having a cup of coffee, that's what I'd tell you. Yeah, so that's the main thing that I'm doing as far as my business goes. And I'm also doing one-on-one coaching still. And I don't take on as many clients as I used to. And I used to I created and then ran a group program called Love Deeper for 4 years, and that just completed this past year. It was a little bit bittersweet, but that was the first big business venture that I did, because the other thing about this for me is that I really love the business side of it. And that's one of the reasons why I created the coaches certification plus business academy, is because coaching is a specific skill set, and which is also another reason why I am on the train of I believe that people should get certifications to become coaches. And I felt that way before I built this certification program. Again, that's not a sales gimmick. It's like, it's a specialty, it's a specialized training, right? I guess the analogy that I usually use with it is personal training. So like personal trainers, like you could become a personal trainer by getting a 3-day certification online. There's also programs that take 6 months, 9 months, but there's also people who are personal trainers who have like degrees in kinesiology, right? And yes, all of those people are personal trainers, but am I going to trust the person with the 3-day online certification versus the person with the kinesiology degree? And then there is the aspect of experience as well, because with coaching, and especially with LGBTQ plus and polyamorous coaching, having that lived experience is also a part of it too. But having lived experience in something versus being a coach, again, is two separate things. They can work together really well, but they are two separate things. It's like someone who's lost 100 pounds or someone who's been an athlete their entire life. Like for me, for example, like I was an athlete, have been an athlete my entire life. Does that mean that I have the knowledge and skill set to be a personal trainer? Sure. Could I take someone to the gym and lead them through a badass workout? Like, for sure, absolutely 100%. But I don't have the skill and training of creating programs designed specifically because I know the body, and also being able to apply that knowledge specifically to each individual person that I work with, right? And so that's, and again, I'm getting a little soapboxy about coaching. I apologize. This is my coffee talk. And so if you were having a cup of coffee with me, sometimes I go off on tangents. So I guess this is true to form. But anyway, what was my point? I think people should be certified as coaches, and also that the reason, the reason why I created the coaching certification program plus the business academy is because that is also a specific skill set as well. That's why I got off on that. When you get trained as a coach, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are a great entrepreneur or know anything about business at all. So bringing it back to me, all right, coming down from my soapbox, sorry about that. Coming down from my soapbox, bringing it back to me. When I started my business, part-time back in 2017, and then COVID hit in 2020, and I lost all the other jobs that I was doing, and I'd been wanting to take this business full-time for that whole time, really. And that was my opportunity to do that. I decided that even if my jobs called me back, that I was going to say no. And so that's really when I drew the line in the sand, and I started learning how to grow a business. I started really learning how to be an entrepreneur. And I had been doing a lot of work before that to gain those skills. Maybe I'll tell that story in a different video. But coming back to what I'm doing right now and why that's relevant and why I'm talking about gaining these skills over these past 5 years is because with what I'm doing right now, like, I love being an entrepreneur. I love building my own business. I love helping other people build their businesses, because since I've been doing this and I've been doing pretty well at it, other people have been asking me to help them with their businesses for years now, even before I created a business academy for it. And that's been really exciting and really rewarding. Going more into the vision part and why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. And that's kind of the combination of YouTube, love math, Mastery, which has those two parts, the coach's certification and the business academy with it. Like, why I'm doing that is because I really see that when you really do have these skills, that it does make a huge difference, not just for you as an individual, but for the people that you are working with, because that's also why I think that you should get a coach certification, because I think that you do people a disservice when you don't know what you're doing. Okay, and like when you have these skills, you can really help so many people, like in a tangible, real, like shifting their life, shifting what's possible for them, going from like stuck and miserable to really being happy, having better communication, healthy relationships, like, and between those spaces, learning what you don't know. Like, that's so much of coaching, is learning what you don't know that you don't know. And so you're actually helping people up level their ability to navigate their world, their life in all of these different ways. And especially adding entrepreneurship on top of that, I think that adds an extra level of resourcefulness and responsibility and accountability and the want and will to do good for other people. Obviously, not all of entrepreneurs are in this to be helpful to people or the planet, which then brings me to my next point, which is I really do believe that the like entrepreneurs, people like coaches, healers, but especially people who are in the realm of wanting to make the world a better place, having that entrepreneurial mindset is so big, so huge, so needed, because the other part of being an entrepreneur is that you need to be resourceful, and you learn a level of resourcefulness and resilience that is an up level to whatever level maybe you already were a resourceful, resilient person. Being an entrepreneur, like, fucking 10x is that. So I think that in having this skill set be taught to people who really want to help people, help their communities, help the world, see things in a bigger, better way. And I don't mean bigger as in like capitalism, bigger as in greater than you can imagine it right now, like better than you can imagine it right now. And I think giving people that skill set is such a service to humanity. My big vision is that people know how to act from love. We're always acting from either love or fear, and most of the time we're acting from fear. And my big vision is that people know how to act and come from love, that they can recognize that in themselves and others, and that we can grow stronger together in that knowing, in that skill set, in that recognition of one another. Because if we really simplified my big vision, like all the way down to like, if I was telling a kindergartner what I want for the world, I would tell that kindergartner that I just want people to be kind. Like, that is what I want. That's where all of this stemmed from. Like, this idea, I'm just like, I just want people to be kind to one another. I want people to be compassionate and empathetic and have goodwill towards the other one. I want people to be able to relate to one another, because regardless of how you feel about other people, we're all here together. We're all here relating to each other. We are in relationship with ourselves. We are in relationship with other people, whether we like it or not. So my thought is that why not get really good at that for the benefit of yourself and other people, and not from some sort of trying to manipulate situations so that the outcome is the best for you, but learning that kindness, that compassion, that empathy, being able to take responsibility, accountability, learning to work together, and learning to see how that is possible, because that is the big thing that I see. I've been doing work inside of transformational coaching since 2015, so 10 years. 10 years. And before that, I was working in a domestic violence center. And then before that was when I was getting my degrees. And one of the things that I have noticed throughout my entire career and training is that one of the biggest things that stops people is just that they don't think that it's possible. They're like, oh, other people wouldn't do that, or if I tried this, then I would fail in some way, or even if I tried this, there's still bad people doing bad things, so does it actually really matter? But I really think that like what we need to do, and this is why I believe in relationship coaching so much, this is why I believe in like the true spirit of like entrepreneurship like so much, is because I truly believe that if we actually saw that we are capable of change, that we are capable of being a catalyst of change, that we don't have to, like, you don't have to create a certification and business academy like I have. You could just start with your own family having conversations, your friends, your communities, like really putting in the intentional effort to move things forward in a positive way. If we all did that in our very small ways, if we all did that, then how much further would we be as a society, as a planet? And I think that we're starting to see more of that now because we are in such a crisis, especially in the United States, but certainly in many parts of the world. There's so many crises going on right now, and that people are seeing that people in power could prevent these things, stop these things, but are either first of all, not stopping them, or actively trying to continue these crises, or they're seeing that they're creating them. And so I do think that we're seeing more of a grassroots movement, and that more people are stepping out to do that. And my role that I see in that is to help people create solid relationships and to be able to work together and to communicate with one another in a way that is effective, so that way we can move things forward together, so that way we do have that mindset of resourcefulness, so that we can help one another at a community level. That's what I really want. That's like the trajectory that I'm on here. So I think I'll stop there. I'll stop there. Thank you for following me along as I share with you about what I'm up to and why I'm doing it and what my vision is. I appreciate you. I would love to hear what you got out of this exchange in the comments. I would love to hear any thoughts that you have. And of course, if you want to connect with me, if you want to work with me, if you want to join this revolution with me and you want to gain these skills, yeah, please click on the link below and let's talk about it. I would love to connect with you about that. Okay, great. Until next time, I hope that you're well. I hope that you do something brave. I hope that you do something kind, and maybe those are the same thing. Okay? I love you so much.